Hi lovelies, how are you? Hope you're all okay. Today I'm going to recreate something I did on my own nails. I'm going to do the easiest lace French ever. If I can do it, you can do it. And it's on cat eye, and it's this set of nails that I just did quick because I'd got to go out, and everybody keeps saying they like them, so I thought I'll show you how I did them. So easiest French with lace that you've ever done, and I've started off with some tips. So this is the one I've done. I just thought I'll check again, make sure I can still do it, and I did. So it's not quite on centre, but you'll see where I'm going with it. But it's beautiful cat eye as well. So what I'm using, I've got some medium coffin tips. I'm going to use this stamping plate from Born Pretty, which is bridal, and it's N05. So it comes with this little sheet to show you what you're getting. And what I recommend is, if you're doing anything with really fine lines like this, get yourself an old toothbrush like I've got, and I use that to get into the lines. Cloths just don't seem to do it. So yeah, so that's bridal, N05. The cat eye is this. I showed it in a recent video and people said use the pinks. Well, this is what I used for this pink set. So it's Rainbow Waterlight Cat Magnetic Gel, and this particular colour is RW03. So if you're wanting to search it, put 59708, but I'll put your links below anyway. So that's what I'm going to use. And Born Pretty stamping polish, which is basic white. This is an old bottle, it's 7ml, but they now come in 10ml, which is fab. I've tried other stamping polishes, didn't get on with them. I've settled on this. Now I've got every colour. I might do a bit of watercolour to make it a little bit different on this set than mine. Mine are just lace and roses. But I think they'd be perfect bridal nails. Lovely wedding nails. Pick and choose which nails you put what design on. So we'll have a full foil, full stamping, full foil, French stamping. Anyway, so I'm going to start with acid-free primer on. So if you're making yourself tips ready for your wedding, which is a good idea, because if you go wrong, they're not on yourself, you're not panicking, you're not late in the day getting everything done. You can get your press-ons made well in advance and then just get them on before your wedding. Or take your design, take a picture, screenshot at the end, and take that to your tech and see if they can do it, but they might do it different to this. You never know, this might be something that catches on. And I first saw this technique by Jo that we used to do collabs with. And she had to give up doing the nails, bless her. But I saw her do this, and I'd forgotten all about it until I came to do my nails the other day. And I don't know why it came to me in a blinding flash. So let that air dry 40 to 60 seconds. And then I want to base coat them all. And we'll come back and get some colour on. So they're all going to have this cat eye. And I'm going to do it so that the shine of the cat eye effect is right down the middle. And I can't stop looking at my nails and like turning them in the light. So you can do one coat or you can do two, because it's like a jelly background. So it depends how much colour you want. I've done two on that one. I just did one on my own. So I've lost my magnet. I always lose my magnet. Where the hell? Oh dear. So I'm just going to lift it. See, it's starting to come. And now it's going to push it into the middle. There we go. So it's shining in the middle, look. So, however wide or wherever you want that cat eye effect, do that. So I am going to give it a second coat, because I did with this one. So you can see it's beautiful effect. And it does show up under the lace and everything. So I've picked this out. If you were using it for bridal, you might only use the flowers if you are bridesmaid, maybe, or just. I mean, I've got mine done. I'm not even going to a wedding. I just think they're pretty. So yeah, perfect for summer. Use spring flowers if you want them in the spring, and yeah, you could even use this same technique if you're wanting snowflakes around the bottom of there, whatever. Whichever you want. But yeah, I love these pink roses, so I'm going to put some of those on. So this one, like I said, that's it, fairly jelly, with just one coat. So I'm going to put a second coat on. I want to thank you all, anybody that's left me messages in the comments when I've asked for suggestions for what you'd like to see. Now, it's a big help to me, because when you're trying to produce, you're not like going 3 days. Start again. You don't like going 3 weeks in between your nails to think of a design. I'm having to try and think about them all the time, and sometimes I just get a bit like bogged down in my head. I'm not sure what I want to do, so it's been invaluable getting your input as to what you'd like to see. Anyway, then I know you're getting what you want. So there's a video coming up fairly soon. Well, I'll save what that contains, but I think you'll be really interested in that one. Come on, I want you straight down the middle. There you go. And then again. Go on, push. That's it. Lovely. I've got flowers on my thumb, but I'm going to put full lace on that. So I'm going to put this one on. So I'll turn it over so it's easier. So I've got my scraper handy in my hand already. I'll just make sure it's clean with that. And this is air dry, so I don't want to hang about too long. I'll pick that up. Lovely. If it don't pick up with that, I can use this. Not that it matters what's on the outside, to be honest. Now, if you're using, like me, an air dry stamping polish, leave your inhibition layer on your nail. If you're using a gel that you've got to cure for your stamping, I would wipe off the inhibition layer. And I can't get that to stand up. Stand up, thank you. Okay, so that inhibition layer will help take it off that. So I think I want the big at the bottom. So, try to line this up. That's the lace. It wasn't quite long enough. So I'm going to have to add a little tiny bit of lace on the bottom of that. So I'll put bit of this. This will do. Just line that up a little bit. Just want a bit there. Come off. Thank you. And I missed that bit, but never mind. I'll soon sort that out. Can you see I missed that little bit on the end? So I've got a curve on that top of that bit. I'm just going to pop that on there. That's it. That's the nice thing about lace. It's a bit random, but you can still see that shimmer underneath it. Can you see? So pretty. So that's easy enough. So that's the thumb. You can add pearls and gemstones if you want to. So all of these have had 2 coats and the cat eye on. Oh, gorgeous. This and the little one, what would be the little one, is going to have these roses on. So, yeah, I've still done the cat eye on it. And now use your favourite foil glue. I've not got any Bone Pretty. I must see if I can get some, actually. Because they do a UV one. But I've never tried it, so I'll have to get one and try that. So the one I'm using at the minute is Dorota Polishkas. So full cover, so I'll make sure I'm right to the edge, the bottom. So I've taken my gloves off as I usually do when I'm doing a full cover foil. Cut a little piece off. The sort of matte side will be the side that goes to the nail. I've got it wrong myself before. I've even filmed it and thought, well, it's not working. Why isn't it working? It's upside down. So that's the top. So just decide where you want your flowers. I want to still see some of that shine, so I want them offset, really. So I'll do it like that. I'm going to concentrate on the bottom and pull it right flat. So I start with the bottom first because you might be putting stones at the top or something anyway, putting a little cuff on it. But I'll take my gloves off because otherwise I get in a bit of a pickle. And it's easier when you've got short fingernails. So I'm just going to stroke it down. Lift it if it's creased. And pop it back down again. And then I'll lift that a bit. Make sure that one's down because that's the full rose. So I really want to make sure I've got that. So I'll just check for this rose. Yeah, that's good. There's a bit of a rose at the top. There. And then that one. There we go. I didn't really put it high enough on the nail, but we'll see what that looks like. I'm going to put that rose there. Squash it. And give it a good squash. There we go. That's that, so you can still see that shine inside it. Oh, so beautiful. Right, I'm just going to do this French like I did that one. So I've got different options, but I'm going to go with that. So I clean this. That's ready, and I want this. Right, what I've done is I've got an almond shaped tip, and I don't know if this is going to work as yet because I did it with base coat on and used the inhibition layer to pick up the thing. So we'll see if this picks up. If it doesn't pick up, I'll have to do it again and put a new inhibition layer because this has been wiped off with alcohol. But you want to make sure that, you know, like you have that little nib on the bottom from where it's attached. If they come loose in a box, that's fine. But just make sure that that's the shape that you want, so you can shape any one of these. If you've got a load in a box, you can do a different one for each nail, you know, in the right size. Yeah, so that's just an almond shaped one. So I'm going to try it with that first anyway and see whether I need inhibition layer on again or not. This just feels funny having it without my gloves on. I'm going to do it on that one. So the thing is, it is about knowing how long you want that bottom to be. And the almond sized nail has got to be big enough to give you the width, if you see what I mean. Anyway, I know what I mean, I'll show you. So I'm going to do this one. That's it. That's it. And then see if this is working. So I want it about there. So well, it's not bad. It's not picked up bad, but put an inhibition layer on if you want. See, that's not picking up off there now. Just want to get them rough edges off. Let's do that again. Oops. Let's do that again. Right. I'll show you cleaning this plate off actually. So I'm just going to spray some acetone. Let it run down. Toothbrush. All different directions. I'll do that one while I'm at it. That's been sat a minute. So it's diagonal, so I'm going diagonal and then swirly. And now alcohol. Wasn't sure if there's any white in there, but I think it is just the, yeah, it's just the steel. That's okay, that's clean enough. So I've put some base coat on this, because it wasn't tacky enough. So let's do another coat of this. I'll just pick this up again. nicely. Pick it up beautifully at the minute. Come on. Okay, don't then. That's it. Isn't it lovely, that lace? Oh. I'll let that dry for a few seconds while I pour myself a nice cup of tea. I'll bring one of these hot cup things upstairs and just pour myself a cup when I want one. Because I'm upstairs and can't be bothered to go up and down like a yo-yo. There you are, cheers. Oh, that's nice, right, I wonder if that's good enough. So, what's it about there? There we go. So I think that's as... Actually, if you were wearing almond, you could take it out and have that on your other nail. So I'm just going to make sure it's nice and straight. That's that. There we go. I'll put that French on this one. That's it. If you're not quite right, you can always get a bit of alcohol. Hold that up like that. So if you've got any bits that you want to straighten up, like that bit that's taken at the top, don't want that bit on. So pretty. I really like that. I'm just going to do a little tiny pearl. And one rhinestone. So I've got I just decided, looking at these, that I need to put a little bit of white on that. You could leave it as it is, but that's what I fancy. So just a little bit of a scroll on it. Just to, oops, just to tie it all in together. I'm sorry, I still keep banging this phone stand, don't I? Oh, I've had fun. You know you enjoy something if you don't mind doing it again. So I'm going to go like this. There. Just to bring the white in a bit. So here they are. Easy lace French. Yeah, you just have to match up a tip to fit with the shape that you want. You could also pick up the bits off your stamping plate with, you know, those sticky foams that you use for doing your French lines. You could pick it up with that. Alternatively, if you don't want to do this method, you can always just matte coat or buff your top coat, paint round with your foil. I've shown that in other videos, and then put a transfer on the bottom, but this has got transfer foils. So that satisfies a few of your requests, and I don't think you can beat that lace. And look at that shimmer. Oh, gosh. Oh, I think they're gorgeous, if I say so myself. So don't forget the discount codes, everybody. It's a whacking 22%. I've got 2 more Born Pretty videos coming up. I've got some PR coming in, but I've also just placed an order yesterday. So in the next couple of weeks, that'll be coming up. Can't remember what's in the Born Pretty one that's sending, but I can remember that I've ordered a new stamping plate, which is pretty. And yeah, just stuff I needed really. So I'll show you those when they come, but wow. Yeah, links to these, anything I've used, will be in the description box so that you can find them easily. And don't forget to let me know if there's anything you want to see. I'm putting them all on my list. And like I said, you've set my mind racing with things that I want to show you. There ain't enough hours in the day. So I do love you. Thank you very much for keeping me company. And I hope you'll support me and click that bell and pop back and see when I've uploaded. So thanks for watching again. Love you loads. Take care. Bye.